Hi there, South Shores. If you're like me, you've spent a lot of time over the past few months watching a lot of television, taking in a lot of new movies, maybe spending a lot of time reading articles on the internet, looking at the news. You've just taken in a lot of things over these past few months because we've just been stuck at home. And as I was thinking about that, and as I was reflecting on all the things that I've watched, all the TV shows, all the movies, all the articles I've read, it made me think about a verse that I think we've all maybe heard before. And it's in Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart above all else, for it is the source of life. Usually when we hear that verse is in reference to relationships, guard your heart from other people. But I really think that in the book of Proverbs, it's talking about a lot more. So I'm going to read the whole context from verse 20 to 27. My son, pay attention to my words, listen closely to my sayings. Don't lose sight of them, keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them and health to one's whole body. Guard your heart above all else, for it is the source of life. Don't let your heart speak dishonestly, and don't let your lips talk deviously. Let your eyes look forward, fix your gaze straight ahead. Carefully consider the path for your feet, and all your ways will be established. Don't turn to the right or to the left. Keep your feet away from evil. What we see here in Proverbs is that we're being encouraged to be careful with what we take in, because from it is what we do. To put it another way, we need to guard our heart. We need to guard the things that we treasure. We need to protect our heart from taking in bad, deceitful, poisonous things, because if we do, then our actions will reflect what is deep in our heart. You can kind of think about it this way. Think of a river. If the source of the river up in the mountains is clean and it's fresh and clear, then the water for the whole river is good. It's good drinking water. But if that source was to be poisoned, polluted, then the rest of the river is going to be dirty and polluted. And in a similar way, if our hearts, the thing our hearts take in are things of this world, things that aren't about the Lord, but about us, selfishness and all the things of the world, then what we do will reflect that. And so the author here is encouraging us to focus our eyes on things that are eternal and of the Lord and helpful and good. And when we do those things, our actions will reflect that. But when we take in things of this world, that our actions will reflect worldly actions. And I see this in my own life, in the ways that when I focus on the world, when I allow my heart to kind of listen to what the world has to say, to dwell on those things, that my actions don't always reflect the things that I know I should be doing. Maybe I see it in the ways when my wife asks me to do chores, and I whine and complain and grumble rather than doing it with gratefulness and joy in service, because I've been taking in messages of selfishness. And so as we are in this time, and really in all times, I encourage you to three things. One, I encourage you to reflect on what are you focused on? What are your eyes treasuring? What are you bringing into your heart? Two, reflect on how what you treasure in your heart, how it's reflected in your actions. Do you see that connection between what you treasure, what you're taking in, whether it be through media and television or stories that you're hearing or the things that are celebrated in this world, whatever it might be, do you see the connection between what you're taking in and how it's affecting your actions? And then three, to think about and see in what ways can you focus your eyes on things of the Lord. Because Scripture promises us that as we focus on Him, as His love fills us, as our hearts are changed, that our actions will start to look like His. Because the truth is that the Lord does a change in our heart. That these things are not permanent, but that His love, His grace, and mercy will wash us clean. It will free all of that debris and pollution and the things of the world that have just caught a hold, and it will wash it away, and we will look more and more like Him, and our actions will start to follow that. So those are my three challenges, encouragements, reflections that I hope you do. Reflect on what are you taking in, reflect on how that is changing the way you act, and what can you do to focus your eyes more and more on the Lord this week. I hope you have a wonderful week, South Shores. I'm praying for you.